You don't think I can draw like that? And then go like that?
Well guys, we were having some mic issues out at the field, so I wanted to make sure I got back in here and redid an interview. But as you can see, we got that spot set up for my dad. Definitely not your traditional setup. We got him set up in a layout blind, trying to kill the bucks on the pattern they've been on the past couple weeks. About a week ago, when we had some cooler temperatures, they were going out there like crazy in daylight in the evenings and in the mornings, just right across that driveway. Typically where we put the camera on that post, they cross the fence usually right in there. We've got a wire doubled over, lowest spot. They usually like to jump right there and go out across a terrace and kind of disperse into the cornfield from there. So we've got Dad set up in the layout blind. He was practicing shooting out of it today and kind of got it dialed down. And so hopefully we can get him a buck on Saturday. We got a big front coming in. It's been 90. It's going to be a little bit warmer here at the end of the week, and then finally we're going to get that big cold front about mid-60s on Saturday. So that's the hope, we can get him a buck down. As you can see behind me, he's got quite the big buck record. He's the one that's taught me everything I know, and without him I wouldn't have killed any of the bucks I've killed. So I owe a lot of my success to him. He's never had one of his hunts filmed or killed a buck on camera before, so that's what we're trying to achieve this year, is get him a buck killed on camera. We got a spot for me set up about 50-60 yards to his south, and we're going to have a northwest wind that night, so I shouldn't do too much damage based on what the camera's saying, as long as the deer enter the field to his north. So that's the plan. I'm really excited with this front come in. I really think those bucks should be on their feet. We got two pretty good options out there for him. He really wants to see him in person yet. Two bucks. We had one of them we have a lot of history with, found his shed last year. We think he's 4 or 5, not 100% sure on his age. That's going to be a game time decision. And there's also that big 9-point that we don't have any history of with him that we know of, but that's also going to be a game time decision. Dad just kind of wants to get out there and get a good look at him, but hopefully, if we're lucky, we can get one of those bucks on the ground. It'd be a really cool, unique situation if we could end up killing one of those bucks out of a layout blind. Just out there in the wide open, nowhere to really put a blind by anything, and we really don't feel like we're going to do too much damage. Don't have much to lose because we never really hunt the middle of that cornfield anyways. So if we end up spooking some deer, we don't feel like there's too much hurt out there, just simply because we never hunt that side of this property. Typically we hunt way further to the north, kind of in the timber. So we're gonna give it a shot. Hopefully we can get lucky, and it'd be really cool to get one of those bucks here at the end of the week. So we'll see what happens.
Ready for the 1-2 combo.
Good evening, guys. We're here at the back 9, and it's the first sit of the year. Arkansas season opened about a week and a half ago, and this is the first chance Adam and I have had to get out in the stand. On the way in, we got a picture on our tracks. There were about 5 or 6 doe out in the plot. We got here after work, it was getting late, and we just said, heck with it, let's get out there. As we were walking up to find the tree we were going to climb in tonight, one of the does or the fawns started beelining straight for us. She had no clue we were there, and thought I was going to get western there for a second, but Adam got everything set up. I almost lost my finger the other day, and so I've just been been itching to get out in the stand. Adam texted me today, and fortunately we were able to get out here. We're set up on this monster buck food plot that Adam and I came in here, and he sprayed, burned it, went and put some seed out, and we ended up doing some watering ourselves. But you can really tell how well this plot is taken. We got a couple good rains in. It's just killer. We've never had a food plot out here. We've always wanted to, and it's just proven with how many deer are out here that this is definitely going to be a good spot. Had a good buck on camera a couple nights ago, crossing through right at last light. So plan is, if the buck comes out, we're going to shoot it. We have 2 tags here in Arkansas each, so we're not going to be too picky, whereas in Kansas we only get 1. So we're going to basically just sit tight, see the rest of the evening, watch the sunset, and see what comes by. Quiet because we got some deer on the other end of the food plot, but we had a great sit. That's all about 10 deer, had 1 little buck come in, and about halfway through, once that sun started to set, our thermals started getting sucked to the creek. Can't really avoid that. They started to smell us. Luckily none of them blew out of here, but it was a great first sit. Got to see a bunch of deer. Got to get in the swing of things, getting the sticks hung, doing hanging hunts. It's primarily what Adam and I will be doing a lot this season. We like going in, setting stuff up. Gotten pretty quick over the years doing it, and so we're excited, man. Just thankful to be out here. Thankful to be able to be in the tree again and get back to doing what we love. It's been a long time coming. Got a good front coming in this weekend, so we're probably going to be sitting out here again. We're going to sit tight, be quiet, hopefully get this Hoyt RX-7 some blood on the ground. So
All right, well, we just got through planting 9 of our 10 food plots. The story on this farm, this is our home farm. When we bought this farm 10 or 12 years ago, there were 3 food plots on it. This was a row crop. There were 3 fields. We got really creative with our names. We named it the front field, the middle field, and the back field. We're standing in the middle field right now. My home camera is right here. We have a mock scrape. We very rarely saw deer on this piece of property, and in 2020 we started doing timber stand improvement. In 2022 we had flipped the script. Primarily all of my pictures last year were in the daylight. 2020, I think I saw 1 deer on this entire property the whole entire hunting season. Last year, I saw deer almost every time I hunted. All does, no bucks. I did see a spike or 2 last year. This year, there's a group of bachelor bucks, and we have increased the food plots to 9 food plots now. So every year, I have added food and I have added cover. And it's amazing to see the difference that in that short of a time period, in 3 years, we have flipped the script completely. We have one buck on this piece of property. I'm calling him Uno because there's only one that is a decent buck. I'm not sure how old he is. I've only gotten 2 pictures of him this year. So we are gonna deploy our cutty backs, move him around a little bit, see if we can locate him and see where he is or what he's doing. He's probably just passing through. He probably doesn't live on this property. But it's so exciting to me that now we have a bachelor group of bucks, little 4 points and little 6 points that have been hanging out and coming out in the front field and even passing through this middle field at some time. So it's so exciting to see. I can't encourage you enough to put the sweat equity in, put the time in, get the cover going, get food on your property, and you can hold deer. So I know for me, late November and December is the rut here for us. I can't wait to see if I'm holding these doe and they're here and they're daylight active, those bucks are gonna come running. So I'm looking forward to this year. Thank y'all for watching, and stay tuned. Let's see what this year brings.